Wait one second, make sure we are back. Alright, hello and welcome back to some Minecraft Let's Go Golden Age, episode 1033 or 34, I'm not sure, not entirely sure. But hello and welcome back to some Minecraft Let's Go Golden Age. So last episode was a episode full of yapping and wisdom. I was giving a lot of wisdom to Pi and anyone else that was listening. So here we are back. I've enchanted a shovel with efficiency 5, it took all of our levels, that being 12 levels. I was going to get some, oh, I have an itch on my ear. Hello, ye back. If you're on the Twitch side, you are back now. For any of you who are just watching, you know, hello and welcome back, and if you're new, you know, welcome on in. Alright, so we're actually going to be heading to the desert, that being down south, the Great Desert Plains. And desert, you know, that we have out here. I will also say, you know, because we've been talking about some historical stuff with Jungle Paradise for a while now, there was a time where I wanted to do... Sorry, I'm getting distracted. There was a time where I wanted to do Minecraft Jungle Paradise, but it was going to be Desert Paradise. And I really do like the idea of Desert Paradise. So the idea is kinda basically evolved into Mass Halden. You know, our desert city that we've been building for quite some time. So I will probably keep the idea, you know, to use at some point. But I just wanted to talk about the idea due to how old it is. You thought I was armorless? I tell you, the polywitches are back and forth. I'm gonna have to check and see if the polywitches are re-inhabiting their place. We extinct them and then they come back like this, huh? Not really the best, is it? Not really the best. We are poisoned for another 15 seconds and slowness 32. 4 seconds. It's gonna take us forever. Oh, there we go. Finally some freedom. Oh, Desert Paradise. That sounds cool. It is a cool idea. Sorry, I keep burping now. It's just gas that's just, you know, coming up all of a sudden after drinking water. For, you know, some reason when I drink water I just start burping. It's funny that. It really is. Oh, there's 2 skeleton skulls here. Might as well take them. I remember when they actually added heads into Minecraft back in the day. That was so long ago. So long ago. Minecraft heads in Minecraft, you know, were always such a fascinating thing. Could never figure out how to get them back in the day, but you know, that did not really matter, you know, it was always there. If you weren't creative. Now, we filled up and I forgot to go put it in this thing over here. There we go. Grabbing all of this. The poison took its time. I still don't know how to get Minecraft heads. Well, it's a very weird thing. I know how to get Minecraft this, but Minecraft heads are a very weird thing. For skeletons, I'm still not sure, but if you're in the newer updates for creeper heads, you have to charge the creeper. So they have to get hit by a lightning strike. It's best to kidnap a creeper and just put a lightning rod underneath them. I don't know so much in Minecraft. I've been playing for so long. You know what? Quite the same, quite the same. But if I had to recommend someone to watch that would help with knowledge and like the newer updates, I would recommend Pixel Rift. They do some great stuff, I tell you. They really do some great stuff. I would recommend Pixel Rift. They do a lot of well, they do the Minecraft Survival Guide. And the Minecraft Survival Guide is a really helpful guide. You know, I've caught up on a lot of the episodes, I tell you. I originally liked the first one that he did, because I just quite enjoyed the first one. But then it's just, you know, nostalgia of the first one. It was actually how I was going to go and do the sheep farm until I found out that you cannot do sheep farms in 1.7.10 or 1.12.2, sadly. Sad that. But I would recommend going and checking them out. They do some great stuff, and you know, if you want to expand your knowledge on like, you know, newer Minecrafts, they really do help out, you know, they really do. It's how I learned that I could delete old chunks and, you know, restore like my older, you know, Minecraft worlds, you know, with newer stuff. Like, you know, I could delete, you know, a whole area and then just, you know, have it restored with something else, like a new biome or something. And it was always very cool, that. I do want to head up to the lumber yard, actually. It's been so long since we've been here. Also, I forgot my shulker. I have to go back for it. That is a lot of trees. That is a lot of trees. Oop. I think I actually chopped a lot of the trees down. I'll chop this tree down. So a lot of this wood is just scattered around on top. But you know what? It's good to have some oak wood on hand. Good to have some oak wood on hand. There we go. Can shove that in there now too. Alright. I just wanted to take a little looky up here because this is where we normally harvest a lot of dirt. Sorry, my finger slipped on C there when I was trying to zoom in. Yes, chop down trees. Deforestation. Let's go. I could actually do that now if we wanted to. There we go. With tree capitators, it's a little bit easier to do this. Also, I was gonna play AVS recently, but sadly, AVS is, you know, it's closed now. The server did not come back online when it was supposed to. So sadly, it's shut down now. It's very sad that. But it should be back up soon. Hopefully, because I'm hoping to do some more work on that. I want to make the server at least have a good life, you know. That's what I'm hoping. There we go. Rest in peace, Avius. It's not dead yet! It's not dead yet! Avius is not dead yet! Oh, Avius is not dead yet. Still going. It's just, you know, not active now due to the server just not coming back online when it was supposed to. Alright. I think we'll be heading on back down to the desert now. Ah, a little bit too far. Yeah. Didn't come back on time. Rest in peace, Avis. Oh, Avis, it will never come back. How could you? How could you? How could you? How could you? Terrible, terrible. Avis shall come back, you know. I put that much work into it to tell you. I'm not ending it, you know, yet. For any of you who are new, well, not Pokemon Avis. I was going to talk about Pokemon after, you know, this conversation. But Avius is a server owned by Minecraft Mike, an OG Minecraft YouTuber who does Tornado Survival back in the day. And I never realized how many seasons that they've done. Season 7 was the most memorable for me, and that's because it was one of the series that, well, it was a series that inspired me to build in the jungle. I never really explained that, you know, when I was talking about it earlier, but it was a series that inspired me to build in the jungle. And I do kinda, you know, miss it. Though, you know, in real life, Minecraft makes a real, you know, he's got a real job now. And that is actually, you know, fighting tornadoes. He's a liaison for he's a astrologist and he's a liaison for the weather thing. I cannot remember its name. It's an American weather thing. It's very hard for me to remember that. But it's a very interesting thing, you know. They're doing that now after, you know, doing Minecraft tornadoes. It's such a fascinating thing, you know. They started off with that and then they went and did that. They came a long way. And it's well deserved, I tell you. It's well deserved. They do some great stuff. They do some great stuff. They were actually helping that tornado up in America when, I think it was earlier this year. Or, when I mean earlier this year. Last year. The start of this year, last year. And, you know, that period. They were actually helping up. That's when Avius went down again. Oh no! Stupid baby zombie. Baby zombie. Which tornado? There is always so many tornadoes. You know what I mean? There's so many tornadoes. He's been helping out basically all of them. He's his own after all. But he's a liaison, so he's basically helping with all of them now. It is fascinating that, huh? You know, someone went from Minecraft tornadoes to real life tornadoes, and that has always got to be like, you know, like people talk about, oh, you can't get like a job with like, you know, games, and then that person literally goes and gets a job with a game, you know, being one of their biggest, you know, things that helped them. Yes, they went to college and all that, but you know, it also, you know, that, you know, Minecraft series also did help a lot. And it's fascinating to see that. Fascinating to see that. Alright, grab that. Yeah, I could do windows for this place, but I'm not really planning on doing windows on the front or on the back. Maybe we could do windows up high. I might make the main window and the side windows again. Kinda like what we have up there. There we go. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. That is not too bad. But what could we talk about? We were going to talk about Pokemon. So, we still need to do another Pokemon series soon. I also have to actually download the next game that we're going to be playing on the channel. So I have to figure out what one we're going to be playing on the channel next. And it's a hard choice, I tell you. It really is a hard choice. A lot of good series out there that we could be playing. I got recommended to play Persona 5, but the thing is, I'm going to have to wait on that being on sale, because that thing's, you know, £50. $59.99 I'm pretty sure it is, or $54.99, somewhere around there. That's expensive, I tell you, that is expensive. And they have the cheek, you know, to have it like that for ages. Even like some of the Modern Warfares are still, like, you know, super pricey on Steam. So annoying that. So annoying. Alright, I'll probably make a lot of these into singing now. Grab it the wrong way around. Persona 5 takes so long. I recommend you buy Persona 5 Royal though. More story. You know what? That's the exact one that I'm talking about, I tell you. That's the expensive one. That's the one that I would play because, you know, I quite enjoy two characters after that, and that's Sumiri and Futaba. I remember anyone that plays it normally goes for those two, but a lot of them pick Anne as their love interest before realizing that there's a better option. I've seen, you know, women who play the game, and I've seen men who play the game, and non-binary people that played the game as well. Don't think I forgot about the ones that I've seen. But I've seen all of those people play it, and they always, you know, want to swap, but they've already picked Anne, and then they're so sad. They're so sad. Though one of the people that I've watched, you know, really likes Makoto. Weird option, I tell you, weird option. I took the teacher as my love interest. You know, what's his name? Kawagama? I can never remember the name. It's either Katagama or Kawagama. I know the one, you know, I know the one. That's not a bad love interest either. Those are like the three like top ones that are always picked. And it's not bad, you know, decision, you know, they are pretty good love interests. I took the water away. I took the water away and then it stayed there. But the teacher's not a bad love interest, I tell you. I remember seeing someone like talk about like, oh, you know, it's disgusting if you end up with the thing, but then, you know, someone who was a teacher said like, you know, I had to see them as like a co-worker, you know, and that's why I fall in love with them, you know, or chose them as, you know, the love interest because they felt like, you know, they were one of their co-workers. Oh, and I find that hilarious, I tell you. I need to actually fill this up with stone bricks, I'm pretty sure. Does not really matter. Does not really matter. But Persona 5, you know, it's a great game. It really is a great game. I watched, is it Johnny Awesome? What was his name? I used to watch him quite a lot, but I stopped watching him as much. But I remember watching him when he was playing the original Persona 5, and then I watched him play the Royale. When was the Persona 5 that I did? Persona 5 Royale was 4 years ago! It's been 4 years since he did that series! Whew. I didn't think it was that long ago. I remember he was not even sleeping, you know, I did like 4 episodes without sleeping because I really wanted to play the game. Let's see. But you know, yeah, it is Johnny Awesome. He does some great stuff, that guy. He does some great stuff. He plays a lot of Persona. He's like a big Persona YouTuber now. Well deserved, you know. Great stuff. Amazing. The barn is almost done. You got this thing. Oh, we'll get there, I tell you. We'll get there. What time are we at? We're at 17 minutes. Just had to double check. Just had to double check there. We've been talking for that long, and you know, I forgot what time it was for the whole thing. Yeah, that's pretty normal. That's pretty normal. Alright. Grab that. But you know, it's great seeing that Persona, you know, really getting a lot more love these days. Like, I've seen Persona over the years. I've seen the original ones, actually. I remember the original ones. I never played the original ones. Those came out long, you know, I think long before I was born, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. Not sure. But I've seen them over the years, and you know, I saw number 3 or number 4 when it first came out, and you know, I wasn't really a big fan of it. But Persona 5, you know, there's a reason why they've not made another game, you know. It's good, and that's because they really hit, you know, the jackpot with that. Persona 5 was my first Persona game. I loved it a lot, and I mean a lot of reading, no. Yeah. But, you know, we played a lot of visual novels on the game, you know, visual novels on the... I cannot speak. We played a visual novel on the, you know, channel plenty of times. I would recommend going and checking out, what's it called again? It's been quite some time now, I've forgotten its name. We've done quite a few visual novels. We played a VTuber based one, and it was a love letter to VTubers, and it was pretty sick, you know. It took me like a year to finish it, but you know, it was a good time. It was a good time. There we go. Slowly we are, you know, getting this entire bit done. It's taken forever though. It's taken forever. I'll probably do the other side as well now. But what else could we talk about? I don't think they could ever make another like Persona game just as good as Singy. Like people talk about like Persona 6 one day, you know, and I think, you know, they really struck gold with it. But the thing is, they are milking it, and they will milk it until it's no longer profitable. Like you see, they already made Persona 5 like Strikers a few years back, and have already made, you know, some other Persona games, and it's based around the same set of characters because they're that popular. There's nothing wrong with, you know, thinking, oh, you know, this is a good character, you know, keep the company going. But, you know, not even create another, like, proper, you know, entry in the series, you know, does kind of damage the series a lot. I've seen that over the years and how many games, you know, actually do the same thing. It's sad to see that too. They really are milking Persona 5 so much, and it's kind of annoying. Oh, hello there, Ender. Hello there. How's it going? How's it going? Alright. Well, let us go and put all of that in there. Yeah, I thought I could place that there for a sec, but I forgot it was powdered. I forgot it was powdered. Alright. Turkey? What? Turkey free? What's wrong with turkey free? These people going around with turkey. How could they? Leave the turkeys alone. All right. Alright, so it's 3 here, 2 here, 2 here, 1 there, that, and that. Alright, that's not too bad. Ah. Yeah, we are going to have to, we'll probably actually make it go long, because we're basically working in the same area. Basically working in the same area. There we go. And here we are in the side window. So we're needing 3 there. You know, turkey is not eating that much these days, huh? Sorry, I was just thinking about that. It's just not eating as much. I just thought I might as well say that. Just came to mind. Turkey's not eating that much. Like, how many people you know eat turkey? Not as much as there used to be, like, people really like turkey a lot. Like, yeah, turkey sandwiches and all that, you know, just, you know. But if you think about it, you know, turkey isn't cause it's just super hard to cook for it to come out dry. Yeah. Turkey is not the best, you know. It's great for health, I tell you. It's, you know, I would recommend, you know, eating it if you can't have, you know, like a lot of, you know, beef or anything like that. You know, it's a great thing for health. But eating it in the long run, you know, it's very hard to do so. Especially if it's like a full turkey breast, you know, like people have at Thanksgiving and all that. It's just very hard to cook and to eat. Plus, a lot of it goes to waste because people don't eat the whole thing. A lot of people don't eat the whole thing. Or it's normally for holidays. or it's normally for holidays. There we go. Sorry if I'm not speaking too much, you know, when I'm working on this. I'm just trying to keep track of where I am for it. There we go. Alright, so that is 2 red there. But like I see people eating turkey sandwiches, you know. You could also say that about Subway. Not sponsored though. But you don't see many people eating Subway these days. Probably because no one wants to buy their overpriced sandwiches, and plus their sandwiches are absolutely a mess a lot of the time. So you can kind of start to see, you know, the cracks in that kind of stuff. Like, people like sandwiches, but people like more nicer looking sandwiches. Like, Subway does not have that. Turkey sandwiches are amazing. Eh. But you don't see them as often. You don't see them as often. There's nothing wrong with turkey sandwiches. It's just the look and image of a turkey sandwich has changed over the years. And people have not really liked turkey sandwiches as much as they used to. Also, people don't eat Subway that often, especially after that whole thing with that. Yeah, Jared. That's, you know, terrible thing, tell you. Terrible thing. Especially, was it like 2 times? The 2 people that they had, you know, for it, you know, like Subway, both, you know, turned out to be, you know, DOs. Not the best, I tell you. Not the best. Like 2 people that they've had, you know, for it. They really can't win, you know, they hire these people, pay them like hundreds of thousands, and then they do this. But that is it, basically complete there. Apart from this bit over here, I need to finish off the wetting of the blocks. But as you know, I think that Subway is really suffering with. Like, you know, recently I saw a video, and it's on why Subway is not, you know, it's not, you know, going as well. Like, they're not a very good company now. They're not doing so well, you know, economically. Internet is just not great. Alright, no worries, no worries. Internet be like that. I need 1 of those. Are you in it? What? No, you're just a regular village. Oh, finally. Message got through. Alright, alright. Do not worry. Do not worry. Understand, internet just be some, you know, janky stuff sometimes. Yeah, well... Yeah, there's supposed to be a block there. There is supposed to be a block there. Alright. There we go. As I was saying, is this 1.7.10? No, we originally started the series back in 1.7.10. But the whole thing with 1.7.10 is that it's very unstable compared to 1.12.2. So the mod pack that I'm using now, it always used to collide with the, what do you call it, dinosaur mod? And I could never get it to work properly with the dinosaur mod. But we originally started this in 1.7.10 and then it moved on to 1.12.2 due to it being more stable. I see this ancient backpack mod. You know, the backpack mod's not that ancient, you know, it's still a great mod. It's much more better than, you know, the newer ones, even though you can place the newer ones down. I thought 1.7.10 was the best for mods. It is ancient. Yeah, you know, I will say, 1.7.10 is great for mods. It's 1.7.10, 1.7.2, or 4 that is more stable for some reason. There's sometimes between those 2 updates, they did something to the net coding, and it, you know, is a little bit, you know, singy, strenuous on your mods. So you have to make sure they're actually balanced. I remember these backpacks back in 1.2. They are a great mod, I tell you. It holds up well, the backpack mod, you know. Useful backpacks, you know. It's held up, you know, amazingly, you know. We have a lot of the large ones. You know, we use the large ones quite a lot, you know, it gives us a lot of room. I will say, you know, I do quite enjoy the other ones. Those other ones kind of cause lag. I will say that. They will cause lag, but these ones do not seem to cause lag as often. Like, if you place these in a chest, they would not cause lag. But if you were to place the other ones in, like, you know, chests or on the ground, they cause lag tremendously on the newer updates. And it's weird that. I forgot how weird your accent is. I'm Scottish, you know. I could say the same thing about your accent, you know. But accents do be weird, I tell you. Especially if you're in, like, America and you hear, you know. Like, I remember, if you lived on, like, you know, I think it's east coast of Scotland? The east coast of Scotland, or the west coast of Scotland. It's the west coast, no, east coast, yeah. East coast of Scotland. You could come over to, like, the middle of Scotland and they'll think you're American. Just with the accent change. It's not common to hear Scottish people on the internet. You know what it is, you know, I kinda get that. I kinda do get that. So I see, like, Scottish people all the time on the internet. There's a werewolf. I'm trying to deal with the creeper first. I could actually test out the gold sword. Where was I? Oh, I'm so sorry, sheep. Yeah, the gold sword just doesn't do damage. It's a weird thing in the 1.7.10 low creatures onwards, is that the gold sword just doesn't do any damage. Wait 1 second, I cannot hear anyone to, you know, hear chat. Yeah, creepers, you know, be like that. Plus we do have a texture pack on for the creeper. And we do actually have an animation mod that I cannot show here, but I can show on the thing. It's animations, Better Animations Collection 2. Great mod, I tell you, really great mod. It just makes the mobs more better, I would say. Is the Baron finished? I see you finished the walls. I'm currently playing on Terra Firma with Crate. You know what, that's pretty sick, you know. I've never been able to wrap my head around Crate. It's a great mod, Crate, but I've never been able to wrap my head around it, and I feel bad about that because it's a great mod. I would love to give it a chance, but every time I do give it a chance, I can't wrap my head around it. I look for a guide and I can't even find a guide. But that's just me ranting there. But, you know, Terra Firma, Terra Firma's great. Oh, now I just want to go back and play Feed the Beast for some reason. There's a lot of OG mod packs I would love to go and revisit in the older Minecraft. And that's a lot of the ones that I grew up with from back in the day. That is a lot of the ones that I grew up with back in the day. That being, like, you know, Tekkit or Hexic, you know, we went back and played those. We played those about, like, a year ago. I say a year ago, but Tekkit was about 3-4 years ago now. You do like some classic things. Well, you know what? Classic Minecraft is a pretty good time. It really is a good time. I feel like people don't give it enough, you know, a shot these days. A lot of it is quite complicated. But there's some real good gems in the older updates, you know, Minecraft. The mods, you know, a bit hard for my liking. But it's going fine. Yeah. I get that. Cool. I keep almost going to pick up that there. What time are we at anyway? We're at 35. Well, we have finished the barn, I tell you. We have finished the barn. But I am just sweating, I tell you. I have my heater on, and the heat is just building up. You know, I might just have to, let me check my PC heat. Yeah, I might have to head off for a little bit. You know, I have my heater on, you know. It's held my PC a little bit dull. Alright. But that is pretty sick. Like, look at that. I can't wait to get this barn all finished up, but we will not be working on this next episode. As I've said before, we will be heading back home, and I think I might actually head back home now. I'll head back home now. Yeah, well, we're back home. You know what, I need to go research who I need to add to the community garden. Are those 2 blocks missing? No, it's just dark. You know, the shading of the light in there was just a little bit wonky. Alright. Still don't have any iron tools, and it's been almost 1 in-game year. Whew. Like, I don't even know how long it's been in my Minecraft world, you know. Well, if you put in the time, you know, probably not been a year yet. Been a year, you know, if you count it in certain time, but how many hours? Oh. You know what, let me check something. So is this 1.12.2? Yeah, this is 1.12.2. We swapped over to this update for Jungle Paradise due to it being more stable for Jungle Paradise. And it just really is just, you know, a good level ground between new and old. It's like the middle ground. So we have played on newer updates, you know, we played on it for SMPs and, you know, modded SMPs that we've done. But I needed to check something there. How old is Terra Firma Craft again? $10 old? I kinda saw that. I remembered something there. I remember I used to keep up with Singy. It really is 10 years old. Oh. Sorry, I just had to go check there for something there. And I just realised, like, you know, the Sing there, Terma is really old. And I never realised how old Ethos Labs episode series of Terra Firma Craft is. I always loved the episodes of that. Oh, I accidentally closed it in front of myself. I always loved the episodes of Terra Firma Craft and Ethos Labs. Though it did have, you know, later on problems. I can't remember what the full problems were. But it was just not getting updates as often, I don't think so. Or it was kind of just becoming the same old or something. Can't remember. That's why I swapped over to a modded series instead. Weirdly enough, I'm playing it on 1.20.2, 1.20.1. It'd be too cold in my room. You know what? It'd be quite cold recently, I tell you. That's why I have my heater on. But I can't believe how old Terra Firma Craft is. You know, I've watched it for that many years, and I was trying to put it together. Like, where have I heard the name Terra Firma Craft? You know, I remember like bits of it, but it wasn't until I put it together, like, you know, with Singy, that I realized, oh yeah, it's the one that I watched for that many years. Add crate. It'd be very nice to your place. Well, sadly, I don't think crate goes to 1.12.2, does it? Does crate go to 1.12.2? I might as well check. I'll check for you. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't go to 1.12.2. But if I was to do a more modern Jungle Paradise, like as a spin-off series, not as a full-on season, then I would definitely do that. 1.12.2. Well, there is a port to 1.12.2, but I'm not sure. But it's like homemade. Keeping us to 1.14.4. Airless is 14.4. Yeah. It really is sad that, you know, it's a great mod. The crate mod. But you know what? At least, you know, like, you know, it's a great mod, though there is many other mods that do exactly the same as Crate. No, as, you know, it's 3D as the Crate mod. I was about to go show off what I was going to work on next episode, but I might as well take a little spin off, you know. Like, you know, I would say like fishing, you know. Fishing in the Crate mod is quite a weird thing. Like, we have this fishing mod over here that I've not really used that often. And it's basically, you know, you got a strainer, base, you got the recipes here. We've got this one over here, it gives you like enchantment books and all that. We've got this one, 120 uses this one has. This one's, you know, a great one. You just need a net and then you need some sugar cane around it. Works pretty good. Well, stuff like that, you know, and if you put it all together, you know, you can make something like Crate, and it really is cool, that. Like, a lot of the, like, new stuff that I add into Minecraft as well, it's basically, like, stuff that's been in Minecraft for years. Like, you know, I remember, what was it again? It was the cherry blossom trees. You know, that's been in Minecraft for, like, years, you know, modding, and they finally added it. Same with, other stuff that's similar to, like, Crate. Like the auto crafter, you know, that was a thing that we had for years before that. I create a special. My rats, for some reason, can't get pregnant for 5 months. That's pretty interesting. Makes me annoyed. Yeah, I kinda, you know, understand that, you know. If you're wanting to breed them, like, yeah. But if you don't want to breed them, like, you know, that seems like a pretty good amount of time, you know, in case you need to get them neutered or anything. But I have like 2 chinchillas, and, you know, it turns out they have to be like a year before they can breed. And I think my one Tony, it was his birthday in January, but I missed it by accident. I was going to go with the March birthday that when I got him. But it'd be like a year, you know, that he needs before he breeds. We had Addy, but Addy sadly passed away. Well, not passed away, had to be put down due to injuries of Singy, her leg. She ate it. Not the best. Not the best. The youngest finally are, but I wanted to use the oldest first. Well, they failed. But Addy, you know, Addy was good chinchilla. They were a very old chinchilla. They were 5 or 6 years old. So they could have been older, and they could have been inbred, because the inbred ones do have problems of eating, you know, themselves. If it gets, like, you know, stuck on something or something. It really is sad that. You know, I haven't really too much grieved about it, you know, I've kind of tried to put it away, but, you know, it is very sad to me. Very sad. But, you know, I have Tony and Tatia, you know. Those 2 chinchillas, you know, these things, you know, whoo. They like cuddling, I tell you. They like cuddling. Choo-choo. Now I'm just thinking about Larry the raccoon from so there's this channel called Mike Burnfire, and there's this guy called Zach, and he has a channel, he streams and all that. And now I'm just thinking of Larry the, you know, raccoon that goes choo-choo, choo-choo. But this is what we're going to be working on next episode. Do apologise if I made you sad about, you know, telling you about sad stuff. Sometimes get myself spelling words wrong and polishy. I watch Mike Burnfire. I love the gun rants a lot. Yeah, you know, that is great, you know. I really like Mike Burnfire too. I've watched basically all of their I've been saving what do you call it, British London Fallout London. I've been saving that one, but I've watched basically everything else, you know, on their channel. Apart from Fallout 3. I've not watched Fallout 3. I watched the entire New Vegas series. That was a good time. That was a good time. Lish. I use sh instead of z. Yeah, I get that. But we will be working on this next episode. We'll be stocking up our storage. This will be our new storage system. And I'm looking quite forward to it. I think I might actually make it go along this wall here. So they'll go down the walls and then there'll be some facing this direction. And I really do like this idea for a storage room. I'll probably do a curved roof for the storage. Kinda annoying when I do it. Yeah. And then we'll probably do another one of these kind of storage bits, but over this way. And I might make it on the opposite side, you know, these two bits here. I want to kind of keep this idea, but not keep this idea. The idea is having chests that, you know, are in front, that I can easily just grab the lot of items that I have. So we'll have the item in here, but we'll have the items in here. So it will have one of each item, it will fill up, but the entire chest will be filled of that resource. So I just grab one of that resource and then it would start filling up that resource, or I would grab all but one and then it would fill up that, you know, resource again for me. And that's my idea on how it goes. Like, for example, I write to my mum instead of Kezel, I spell Kezel. Or that I recently in the shop been reading stuff in English instead of Polish. You know what? One thing I will always say about Polish is Polish people that speak Polish sometimes don't understand Polish. I like that fact. I like that fact. I was wondering what that thing was there, but I realised this, you know, looked like two legs moving when I was moving. So when I went in, it became like, you know, one singular thing there, so it disappeared. What do you mean by that? Well, when people speak Polish, sometimes, you know, different regions of Poland speak Polish in a certain way. And when you speak Polish in a certain way, when someone speaks Polish, then sometimes they can't actually understand that other type of Polish. Polish is a very unique language. It's existed for quite some time, but at the same time, it's a very hard language to learn, but at the same time, also, other Polish people might not understand the Polish. Like, you could live in the same town, and some person could speak Polish in like a certain way, and another Polish person could speak a certain way of Polish, and then they would sound totally different, but then you could kinda understand it, but not really understand it, you know what I mean? I don't think we have that. Yeah, it's a lot better now, but about like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, maybe 40 years ago, it was quite common. It's not common now. Now that, you know, there's a lot more education for, you know, speaking, you know, languages. But, you know, I will say, you know, because a lot of people learned a lot of the stuff at home, then it became, you know, their own type of Polish. Very strange. Oh, wait, we got a bot to deal with. They're drunk. Log Jam. I like that name. They just put, like, you know, the randomness name. Bro, we got the same thing with English. You just have to go to, like, the really rural parts of America, except with Podlassie. People there speak weirdly. Mountain people speak something which can be even considered not Polish. Yeah. That's a weird thing with a lot of languages. Depending where you are in a lot of languages, like, you know, you could talk about English, you know. With English, if you spoke English, let's see, what type of English was it? It was either Middle English or Old English. You could go to the Netherlands and speak with some of the, I think it was Netherlands or it was Ireland, but you could speak with some of the people there and still understand them around basically. I remember a documentary on it. This guy just went there, you know, with a camera and was trying to buy a cow from this farmer, like, you know, hypothetically, you know, trying to buy the cow. There's also a actual different language that only people in specific parts of Pomerania speak. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Languages are very, you know, strange things, I tell you. Like even writing languages have changed over the years, you know. Like, have you seen ancient Chinese language, you know? That thing is crazy how they used to spell a lot of stuff. Like, sometimes you can understand it, and then sometimes you can't. Like, as someone that can, write in a few different languages, not the best. I do have to have, the piece of paper next to me. I'm not very fluent, in writing it. But, I'm getting there, getting there. You kind of understand, it can be very strange and very hard. Because bees sure are weird. Eh. You know what, we've just gone into like this thing, I should have ended the episode like 20 minutes ago. And we're just been in this language debate for like the last while. But languages are very weird for whether you speak Polish, English, other languages like Spanish. It's always like a strange thing, when you're speaking other languages or you're reading other languages. Or even in your own country, people that speak the same language or said to speak the same language sounds so different. Like, I can barely even understand some other, Scottish people, I'm thinking like, oh, this person must be speaking a different language, but then, I look closely at the language and they're like speaking normal, English. But it just has that, accent to it that, it just sounds like totally different language. That's why, Scottish Gaelic, if you were to speak, I remember this story, it's a Polish story, Polish-Scottish story, but when Scottish soldiers would go to prisoners of war camps, they would speak Scottish Gaelic, and because they spoke Scottish Gaelic, they would bring in someone that spoke Polish. They couldn't understand them, so they would just be put into like a Polish bit, because it sounded the same. They couldn't understand it. Oh, that one sounds funny. Also, meow to you. Hopefully that worked. Meow to you. Yes, I speak Polish, but I'm not that polished. I understand that, Sometimes you can speak a language, but you're not like that, into it. Like, How long has this been here like this? If you know what I mean. Like, you could be from that country, you can speak the language, but you're not that into that language. It's a strange thing with languages. People that speak their native tongue, normally go to different, languages, for some reason. But we should be ending the episode, I tell you. Nah, I do like it. Yeah, I'm not saying that you dislike it, but I mean it in a way that, people normally, go to different languages, a lot of the time. In modern times, it is a very strange part. Like, a lot of people that speak French normally learn English. A lot of people that speak, English normally learn French or German. I wanted to learn German, but my class, they all picked French, so I had to go with French. I didn't want to go with French, I didn't like French that much. Though I have a bunch of different books on different languages, like, Chinese and French, I don't like French, class, but I'll learn French myself, It'd be better that. That's how some people that can't speak it. Me with English, grew up here. I sometimes mess up words. You know what, I mess up English quite too. I speak English all my life and then I still mess it up. It's just how my brain works now, it just likes to mess up words. It's very free when it comes to word making. You can bend pretty much every word to whatever you want. And you can make new words by combining them. Yeah. Languages. I always like how languages, form different words and all that. Sometimes it's very simplistic and then sometimes it's very complicated. Like, in German, ambulance is Krankenwagen. That's one of the ones that I quite enjoy. Krankenwagen. It sounds so strange. But then in many other countries like, France, Spain, Germany is not included, it's Switzerland. They always have, like, ambulance, it's, somewhere around that, saying, like, ambulance, something like that, ambulance. Something around that. So that it's still understandable through languages, because a lot of people know ambulance. But in Germany, they like to go like, Krankenwagen, I need a Krankenwagen. I'm probably butchering how it speaks, but you know what I mean. But due to it being so plastic, it's very hard for foreigners, yeah. Like I will say, you know, Polish is a very hard language to learn. So I quite enjoy like learning tiny bits of it. Like if you can learn how to write in Polish, then eventually, you know, I would recommend that. If you ever learn a language, learn how to write it first. It's very complicated when you write it. Like I know how to write in Arabic. Very basically, you know, very basic. Not like fluently writing it. And I know how to write in Chinese, and I know the first two alphabets of Japanese language. But you have to combine them together to get the actual Japanese language. But I've not gotten that far yet. I've not gotten that far. For example, word 2 could be dawa, jwa, dwi, jwag. Hopefully I did not butcher those too much. But I understand. Also, I just realized, how many simple words always sound the same? That's very strange in certain languages. You know what, I was thinking about placing some pressure plates up here. I built this as like a little tiny support for the wall. I should really get rid of it, shouldn't I? Should really get rid of it. Also, I am going to have to end this episode. I am piping hot, I tell you. I am piping hot. Looks like the mud outside is drying up, at least, due to the cold. I can see a big patch of whiteness, you know, forming in the middle. Dwa describes number 2. Jwo is 2 people. Jwe describes 2 women. Dwog, Jwoj, my tongue is just super dry. I need to drink something. Dwag describes talking about people in specific sentence. You know what? I can see the similarities in it and how, you know, it might mash together. I cannot remember that specific language that had that one. Is it Japan? Japan. I think it might be Japan. Might be Japan. But they have a certain phrase that can be used so many different times, like 8 different times, for basically the same thing but different things. You just have to figure out what they're meaning. Episode ending. This means the end times. Anarchy will be take over. Like word with worka. Always funny to hear with worka. You know what is very funny to hear? I can imagine it with a Polish accent, and you know how strange it would sound to people from other countries. Like, you know, I'm from another country, and you know, it does sound weird. But then, you know, I've heard, like, you know, so many different languages over the years, from Polish, Czech. You know what, that is very strange. You know, I've met many people from across the world. I remember having a Chinese friend who used to tell me stories of their Chinese village. How their village got blocked off due to this big, you know, rock boulder falling in front of their main road out of town. It's just a squirrel. Oh, that is a good one. The word to describe squirrel, well, say squirrel, waworka. I'll probably butcher it, but you know what I mean. Gonna be back later. Has come. Gonna be back later. Alright. It is pronounced the. Oh, Vivwalker. Vivwalker? You know what, my throat's too dry for it. I do apologise if I butcher, you know, a lot. Sometimes I'm good at pronouncing certain bits in the language, but then sometimes I just butcher it like, you know, there's no tomorrow. Alright. But I do think that is where we're going to end this off. So, I was going to record some other episodes after this, but you know, I'll probably just end off for today and then record it later tonight. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. Oh wait, Hydrate. Drink the water. You know what? I'm going to drink the water. Drink the water too fast. Drink the water too fast. Remember, drink your water. See you later. Not sure if you're gonna stream in a bit or... Well, you know what? I'll probably stream later tonight. Alright, Pie? Oh, my throat is... Oh, drink slowly. I would. I would. Just drink it now. Let's just try to finish off my water bottle. Alright, well, I'll end this off. I have tears all around my eyes now. Alright. Remember to drink some water, but not too fast that you choke like me. Have a nice day, safe, hope simple. Give some wishes. We'll partake or drink slowly. Alright, I shall drink slowly. But have a nice day, safe, hope simple. Maybe some wishes. These are very important. I'm a bye. See you things. Bye bye. See you. Bye bye.